I'll pace myself as I gear up for the general election, which is perhaps due by the latest December of 2025, when you put the allowable constitutional limits on the time, perhaps about December 15, 2025. But I'm sure it's not going to go down there. And as I gear up to watch the lead up to the calling of the elections and the 63 constituencies that are in play, clearly some more than others, I begin my musings this morning on a seat that is a PNP seat, and which the opposition People's National Party has to retake, that seat being formally a safe seat for the People's National Party, Central Kingston. Won as a rare win in 2020 by Donovan Williams over Imani Duncan Price, a seat that was held by some greats, including former Prime Minister Michael Manley, former Education Minister Ronnie Thwaites, and you may know as well Victor Cummings had a one-term stint in that constituency, and then Donovan Williams, sort of a political neophyte, took that seat by less than 500 in the 2020 general elections. And for whatever reason, the People's National Party decided recently to remove its caretaker, Lawrence Rowe, a relatively young man who says he grew up in the party, has been around the party for quite a while, and who was selected by the president of the People's National Party even after the PNP's internal integrity committee thought it imprudent to run him as the candidate. But as I understand matters inside the People's National Party, the president has a veto power in which he can choose whomsoever he wishes, even if his choice goes against those of the integrity committee in the party. So last evening, in my early morning musings on social media, I came across the candidate announcement in Central Kingston, in which the PNP has now officially installed a top-rate crime fighter in his former life, a man who really personalized crime fighting and taught many people about community policing, made himself a household name in the divisions in which he worked. And he's now retired at Senior Superintendent of Police. He was installed as candidate for the People's National Party in Central Kingston. Here's how Mr. Golding presented him to the people, the People's National Party last evening.
To present to you a man of quality, a man of power, a man of vision, a man of commitment, a man of integrity, a man who you deserve to serve you well. I bring to you your candidate in the next general election for the great constituency of Central Kingston, the constituency of Ralph Brown, the constituency of Michael Joshua Manley, the constituency of Ronnie Thwaites and many others. But I'm here to bring to you tonight your candidate, the victory candidate for the next general election, Comrade Steve Mcgregor.
And here is Steve Mcgregor for the first time for many on this political platform.
Right. Sound good. Sound good. You know, we were walking through the community since evening. And me I tell you, say, the comrade leader, a long distance stoller. I couldn't keep up to the man. But we are here. Comrade leader next, Prime Minister Mark Golden. Chairman of the party, Sister Angela Burke. Region Big Man, Dennis. Jensek, the bad man. I know him from the Mobi in charge, you know. And I saw him go on, you know. But me have your back. MP Julian Robert. You have been a tower of strength with me throughout this week. I love that. My councillor candidate, namesake Ribba, same better looking than me. No fool the man. But the next time him go before the councillor thing, him a come with our wind. Cause him a quality. But let me say, comrades, Jamaica, friends, family that are here, I am happy for the opportunity that I got from our comrade leader, Mark Golden. I have gotten this opportunity to finish a work that I started in this place as a policeman. And no other way to do it than as a part of the People's National Party. Now, I created an image for myself, a brand for myself in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. 41 years. I made a face, a name, and a voice, and the people love that. I am not going to change. The only thing that has changed is that I've changed the color. And I've made it a little bit more personal in that I have become a member of the People's National Party. So, I am saying to all those who love Steve and believe in Steve, come with Steve. Don't care what color you have on. From you did love Steve, continue loving Steve, and come with Steve. All right? So, at that, may I say, there's one other thing that I must deal with. There's a situation that has to do with Comrade Rowe. And I want to say thanks to Comrade Rowe for holding the seat for me until I came here. Thanks. But I want to lighten the situation with the Olympic Games. And if you guys follow Olympics, the team that qualify the relay to the finals is not normally the team that runs in the final. I want to follow me, you know. But guess what? You see, when the team win the finals, everybody on the team get a gold medal. I want to say, because I am the Usain Bolt and kind of relay. When we get that medal, there's a medal for everyone, to include Comrade Rowe. If he stays on the love train, in this week, I am going to make effort to sit and speak to him. Because you know, say, I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm going to watch your face. I'm going to sit him down and I'm going to talk to him. And I ask him some questions. If he's still a comrade, make we talk. I'm not say nothing more about that. All right.
Bench warmer. Comrade Lawrence Rowe. Bench warmer. All Raheem Sterling get game the other day in Arsenal. Come off the bench and get a game. That is how it is in the politics, you know. You really do have to sharpen your team closer to the time. So it's not so much what you do, but perhaps it is the how. It is the how. And Steve Mcgregor is known nationally, so I think he felt it okay to speak that way to Comrade Rowe. I don't know if he met Rowe before. Must have to have spoken that way or indicated an intention to go and speak to Rowe. Where is Rowe's mind at the moment? From at least one interview I heard, he's even hinting of going independent. But let us hear the leader, the president of the People's National Party, in his address. We go to the break. I'll take that when we come back.
This is your...
Last evening I said to you the People's National Party officially installed former senior superintendent of police, a top-rate crime fighter in Jamaica, now retired, Steve Mcgregor, as its candidate for Central Kingston, a crucial seat if it intends to hold the reins of power come later this year. But the installation of Mcgregor has come about 2 weeks or so after quite a bit of public spat between the People's National Party and the former caretaker, Lawrence Rowe, a long-standing member of the Central Kingston community and a man who expected to have been endorsed as the candidate for the People's National Party in light of a lot of matters previous to the unfoldings in December of 2024. So I listened to hear exactly how Mark Golding, how did he intend to and how did he eventually speak to the people in Central Kingston last evening. Here's the president of the PNP.
And I've brought to you a man of quality, a man of performance, a man of loyalty to the people, a man who has served in this constituency in another capacity and served it well and has earned the respect of the people. And you know, I believe in Steve because Steve has shown what he can do already, and he's moving into a new realm of service. Service to you, the people of Central Kingston. And I know he will deliver. And he also increases my options when we form the next government. Because the man has certain skills and certain knowledge and certain experience and certain network. So I'm very happy to have him on board. A whole heap of little things have been said in the last few days. Why, I don't know how much like and tell on radio, on TV and wherever, social media. The party took a decision in accordance with the rules of the party, but in the best interest of the people of Central Kingston, because we have to win the seat and we want to unite around a quality candidate who can deliver the victory. And we found Steve Mcgregor, and he's willing to serve, and he came on board. The man is a member of the party. As him leave the force, him join the party. And you know, I think it will be a new day for Central Kingston. Because all the little shenanigans and things were going on before, that cut out now. A real man is here to serve the people and deliver for the people.
Okay. So all the little shenanigans we used to go and cut out now. What does that mean? What shenanigans used to go on? Under whose leadership? And who cut it out now? Steve Mcgregor's presence will cut it out? Who was leading this so-called shenanigan. And a real man come now. What is this, Mr. Golding? What are you insinuating? Huh? But then the other thing about this campaign for the People's National Party, and I completely get it that opposition parties, your only and true mandate is to win state power. But you really mustn't lead before you get to the style. And this business, when we take government or when we form government, I suppose it is this sort of new age speaking of manifesting things into being. Perhaps it is. Because when you don't want to talk about God, then talk about manifesting and leaving things to universe, like people think universe just come brap so out of nowhere with no intervention from God. But on the manifesting. But anyway, nothing is certain in politics. And a day in politics is a long time. So this thing we're not keep counting on the eggs before them hatch. Watch it. Take time, talk fast. Yeah? So when you form the next government, and all the lies that were told, I really want to go through what lies or what are the truths Mr. Golding wants us to accept in light of some of what we've been told over the last week or so. And I repeat, none of them here, because I do not know the truth or otherwise of them. In fact, it's not even our otherwise. Because if it's our otherwise, I don't even want to know it. And I'm not going to be part of this 21st century world where there's no acceptable truth. I'm not going to be in a variable truth world. There can only be one truth. Yeah? So I want to know what truths is it that we ought to know by a countering of what lies were published in media and on social media over the last couple of weeks. Because Mr. Golding asserted that line, but he didn't say what the truths are that he wants us to accept. During the course of the next couple months, we'll be going through in granular detail some of the crucial seats for this election. And there are many. Whereas before in elections gone, we'd say it's 13 marginal. Because of the nature of the last election, a number of things have to be recalibrated. We'll walk with you through those and other matters on this program. And I suppose the lesson to me and to all of us, hold your tongue and reverence the silence. Don't feel the need to speak. When there's silence, you're really breaking into somebody's meditative space with your nonsense. Yeah? And all of the other things politically leaned. This is the hotline, 876-926-2178. 9268631. Your own mental space. How have you been? Talk with me. This is the hotline. To you, sir.
I want to take you to something now.
Who is this?
Carl.
Carl?
Yes, me call you one time last year and did call you back.
The same Carl we called me, that is your name, Carl?
Yes, Mrs. Shield.
Or Carl?
Carl.
Spell your name.
Karl.
Oh, Carl, yes.
Yes.
So you're Carl who called me.
Yeah, I called you last year.
Yeah. Got you, Carl. Happy New Year, yes.
Happy New Year. Mrs. Shield, want to take you to that incident which happened on Linda's Road. Because you're a bright lady, let me ask you a question.
Don't adjective my name but no bright lady. What happened on Linda's Road? When?
With that building that didn't have a permit that was put up without a permit.
Isn't there an investigation now to be launched?
I think an investigation is going on now.
Yes.
So we don't want to go down to the legal.
Thank you very
part of
much.
it.
Yes.
I understand that part. But the question that I want to ask you, if a building have a permit and then breach the permit of putting up another extension on it, and a building that don't have a permit, none at all, how the two of them become the same?
Who is making them the same?
Well, as far as I understand from the mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, and I heard people are saying that the two of them is the same, which are into group that I cannot understand. Because if one never have a permit, that means to say it is an illegal building.
If you never had a permit, you cannot breach a permit.
Thank you very much.
If you had a permit and you build something contrary to what the permit gave you, then you breached the permit.
Thank you very much.
Yes, but they're not quite horse of the same color.
Thank you very much.
But let us wait on the investigation. I think you're talking about the Dennis Gordon, the building that has his name on it.
Right.
But there's a company behind it.
Right.
Okay. And I understand he's recused himself from the building and town and planning committee, right?
That's what I understand.
Yes.
Mrs. Shields, want to ask you another question. You said you listened last night, which means listen also.
Early this morning.
Early this morning.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 4 years, anywhere Mr. Golin go, Mr. Golin always said the Jamaica Labour Party is corrupt. And if you noticed last night, because of an incident with the farmer caretaker, what the farmer caretaker said, I heard you say you don't want to get into it.
No, I will get into it, but it's difficult from my understanding to get into repeating what Mr. Rowe is saying. I'd like to hear from the PNP, especially since Mark Golding said a lot of lies have been told on media and social media. I'd love for him to come and say what truths are there he wants us to believe, because I don't believe in publishing lie. I want him to come and tell me the truth. What truth he wants to tell me.
I'll send this to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Is the first platform I heard Golding on. That Golding did not say nothing about corruption on his last night. He went to the national arena last week Wednesday to a prayer with John. And down to there, so he went with him argument of corruption. But last night, this one stuck into Golding's stomach that Golding could not use the word corruption.
Or maybe he wanted the news of Steve Mcgregor to be the headline for today.
Well, could be.
Thank you for the call. Gotta go, Carl.
Okay.
All right.
This is your Radio Jamaica.
Youth in conflict with the law can get a second chance through child diversion. For more information, visit moj.gov.jm. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
9:45.